and Peter watching alongside with me. And Peter, 4 away wins as well. Just how hard is that?
Oh, it's so hard, especially coming here. You know, I've found this always traditionally a really difficult place to come and play football and win games. But Liverpool did that. I thought Crystal Palace gave a better account of them second half. But yeah, Liverpool were the better side overall, without doubt.
I was watching the goal. Well, you were sitting behind the dugout, Joe, but when I was watching it with Peter, he said the whole move for the goal was inch perfect.
Yeah, it was superb. And the first 20, 30, the whole of the first half, Liverpool were just moving the ball so well. It come to Tsimikas, he waited for Munoz to come out and he just slipped it inside him. It's a beautiful bit. Look at how spread out they are. The distances of Liverpool, you know, they were solid there. Just there, fed it through in the line. Gakpo, perfectly timed run, whipped it across, beautifully timed move. It's just fantastic. Them sort of drills you do in training, week in, week out, in, back, through, out. So when it works in the game, it feels good.
I said that, you know, the amount of times that you do that in training, you know, the up back throughs, 100%. Like, and the wingers made a great movement there. Gakpo, great ball, and Jota just always on the front foot in the box, always.
How do you feel Gakpo has stepped up since Arne Slot's been at the club?
Yeah, I think it's a discussion to be had. Obviously, you know, being countrymen of, you know, Gravenberch and Gakpo, obviously Arne Slot being from the same country, you know, they've both improved so much, I think, since he's arrived. You know, they've gone up a level. Gakpo this year has been really unlucky not to start games, and Gravenberch in the midfield has been an absolute revelation. So whether it's something, you know, that he's saying to them, but I genuinely believe they've gone up a level.
Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, no, they've been brilliant. I watched it. It wasn't his whole performance, Gakpo in particular, I thought was excellent today. But right at the death, when they was under the cosh a little bit, the ball's come up to him. He's brought it down. He's broken the lines. He's gone past someone. He won a corner. He does everything now. He can play in a number of positions. He's gone up. Crouchy's right. He's gone up another level. You know, and whatever that is with the two boys from Holland, they've been fantastic.
How significant is it to be going into that international break? Obviously, they're 4 points ahead now, but whatever happens in the other games, they know they're going to be top of the table.
Yeah, beautiful feeling. It's like when you go away on international duty, it's horrible, especially if you're around the training ground. If you've lost a few games, like Palace going into the international break, having not won yet, is a difficult place to be. You know, you're not going to get many days off. You're going to be in working on things, trying to get a result for when you get back.
Well, we can see Arne Slot just arriving over to us there.
Oh, no, hello, mate. Well
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good to see you. The guys were just talking about the feeling of going into an international break on top. Just how significant is that for you, knowing that whatever happens, you'll be top of the table?
Yeah. No, it's I think mostly for me it's special because the players go to their national team and then they think about their national team. But if we would have lost or had a draw today, then for me it's 2, 3, 4 days of being unhappy or I don't exactly the word, but I think my wife is happy now too because she gets someone home who is happy instead of unhappy.
You'll have a nice break, I'm sure, and you're a record breaker as well because the best managerial start for a Liverpool manager, 9 out of 10 now. How happy, how satisfied are you?
No, really satisfied with how we started the season. Let that be clear. But I think I said it also in the press conference. If they only remember me because of this, then maybe it hasn't been the best period of the Liverpool era. So I'm hoping to do more special things than only winning 9 out of 10 at this club. But it's a good start. Not only the results, but I liked our performance today a lot as well.
I just saw, obviously, in an interview at Bologna, you know, I was saying how well you played, and you were saying picking holes in your performance because your standards are so high. Was there things that you could improve on maybe in the second half today?
I think there was a period in the game where we conceded a lot of free kicks, throw-ins, corner kicks, and that was a difficult period for us. But in general, also the last 10 minutes, we controlled much more, kept the ball really well. And yeah, we got the chance from Mo, we got the chance from Diogo. We should have finished it off if you have such a dominant performance. Diogo in the first half also, then you need to score the second. Because then you break them mentally as well. And now the fans and everybody kept believing in a result because it was only 1-0. Although we were, in my opinion, the dominant team.
Yeah.
I just want to show you the incident where Palace felt they really had a strong penalty shout as well. They felt for Virgil van Dijk with a little pull on Marc Guéhi. Obviously VAR had a look at it and stayed with the on-field decision. What was your take on it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it, so I didn't see it. It happens quite far away, and in the 18-yard box, a lot of things happen.
You see it better from
I don't even see
the other angle. Van Dijk just pulls it here with 2 hands.
Yeah, but the ball is going to the goalkeeper. He would never go there. But yeah, probably if that's always with the VAR. If he would have given this one, he wouldn't have changed it, the VAR. But if this is, for me, this is not a penalty because he will never get the ball. But in general, I don't think Palace fans can be unhappy with the referee today, because I think it took us 55 minutes before we got our first free kick. It was 15 for us and 2 for them. We had 78% ball possession. But it is an important decision, so that's why we talk about it.
Yeah, they said not sustained holding and also no impact on the play, like you said there. Moving ahead, after that nice international break that you'll have, it is a tough run of fixtures for you. How does this set you up heading into such a busy, hard period?
Yeah, it's true that the fixtures are difficult, but I've also felt how difficult Wolves away is and how difficult Crystal Palace away is. We will probably not be as dominant as we were today if we face Arsenal away, but both fixtures are really difficult, and it's very good that we've won these games. And now it's up to us to show ourselves in the big games as well. And unfortunately, Ali will not be with us in those matches, I assume, if I saw how he walked off the pitch. But it was also very good to see that with Guéhi being sick yesterday, our third goalkeeper got this performance in. So yeah, it's always nice for a team that everybody is involved in the results.
What did you think the way he handled that, Jaros, when he came on?
Yeah, really good, really good. He had a very good season last season. I think he won the league and he won the cup where he was in Austria, I think. So we trust him a lot, and he wanted to go. He wanted to go because he wanted to have playing time again. But we said, yeah, listen, at a club like this, we also need a very good third goalkeeper. And today proved that we are right. And maybe for him was a nice moment to make his debut for Liverpool.
It wasn't just him as well. Obviously, Cody Gakpo came in today, Kostas as well. I thought, obviously, fringe players at times have come in and played really well today.
Yeah. First goal came from the two of them. So Kostas set it up with a great pass. Cody with one of his deep runs, which is also one of his strengths, and he picked Diogo, who finished it off. We've spoken about before the game of our strikers not scoring that much. Today he scored, but I think you would have scored the header, wouldn't you?
No, 100%.
Yeah, that was.
I'm still available.
And you would have scored the cutback cross.
He hasn't officially retired yet.
I mean, the game's evolved a little bit. But
he's fit enough.
He's leaving his phone on. Arne, thank you very much for coming out to join us, and enjoy the break.
Thank you. Well done, mate. Brilliant.
Well done, boss. Congratulations.
Do you fancy it, Peter?
I certainly do, yeah. Honestly, when I look at some of the balls coming in, like playing with Trent, Andy Robertson, Costas, like the whipping balls in, I'd be absolute dream.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd get in though, to be honest.
Could you have done any better, Joe? I mean, the fans will always love what Jurgen Klopp did, but as a follow-up, the way this has started.
He's been brilliant. Like, the fixtures have been favourable, but don't let that deceive you. You have to win games. He's right. Coming here is a very difficult game. Going to Wolves, where every game's a fight in the Premier League. That's why it's the best league in the world. So he's come in and he's had a brilliant start. He's also correct in saying that he won't want to be remembered for that. Jurgen Klopp left his legacy. I think it's going to be one of them. If we can stop past Christmas, if we stop talking about Jurgen Klopp every show, he would have continued to do his job with aplomb. I just think he looks like a settled group. You look at the team. They haven't had a couple of defeats where you're going to see, is there any cracks in the mentality and things like that? So they haven't had to deal with that yet. But even today's game, there was spells in the game where they showed quality passing, but also spells in the game when Mateta come on and they was causing a bit of mayhem. They dealt with that, rode the storm. I expect it from this Liverpool team. I think they've got some fabulous squad.
They haven't been at their best, really, against Wolves, against Bologna. As Joel was saying, there was parts of the game today where they were tested, but they're still coming through and getting the wins. How important is that quality at the moment for them?
It feels like they could have gone up a couple of gears today. Like it did feel at times. Listen, it was 12:30 kick-off and they played on, midweek as well. Another difficult game in the Champions League. But I think they've got tremendous ability. They've got strength in depth now. I think the period they've just come through was fixtures that majority you would say they would win, and they're going into a period now of really, really difficult games. And I think we'll see after this month. If they're genuine title contenders. I believe they are. I think there's a 3-horse race. I think they're in it. But we'll see after this month.
Because so much of the talk at the start of the season was about the 2-horse race and them being the best of the rest. Do you agree with Crouchy that they are a genuine contender now?
Yeah, but I think I've backed Arsenal to win the league. And I've also Man City. Liverpool everyone sort of was sleeping on a little bit, but I think the smartest thing they've done this year was not bringing any players in. I know it sounds crazy because all the other teams have brought in and strengthened, but I think what that's allowed the new manager to do is just work with a group, because you don't add more and more changes onto a massive change with a manager leaving. So they was close-ish last year in the sense that they had they had a few injuries and they had a few bad spells, but I think they'll come in this year, and I don't think they'll win it, but I think they'll be pushing there and thereabouts. And if he carries on the way he's doing, next season I think could be the season for Liverpool.
Yeah, it's been evolution, not revolution.
Yes.
Let's look at some of the chances that Palace had in that game, Peter, because they could have gone in level at half-time, didn't they, and had a couple of good opportunities in the second half as well through Nketiah and Eze as well as this one.
Yeah, this was the issue. I think, Bologna are the same. I think they gave up too many chances. There was potential for Bologna to score, and the same again today. I mean, Palace came back into it only 1-0. They always felt that they had a chance, and as bad as Palace were in the first half, they still created some chances, and I think that that'll be something that needs to be addressed. Having said that, I think the two centre halves at times made it look easy, but they did give 2 or 3 chances up, and Palace were wasteful really in these opportunities. I mean, this one here, Eze's got to do better.
Yeah, that was the one, wasn't it? That was the one that opened up. I don't know what happened there. The ball just seemed to break to him. Mateta picked the right pass. Eze he should have gone near post there. And a player of his quality, you expect him to do different. But Palace, there was signs of improvement in the second half. And then, like I said, they created 4 or 5 good chances.
Mateta made a difference,
yeah,
didn't he, when he came on?
Did.
A lot more to come from us from Selhurst Park, but right now we are heading to Somerset because it is saying tougher tests really are to come. How effective do you think it's going to be against the top sides?
Yeah, I think there's...
No offence, Man United.
No, there's certain things to tighten up. You can't complain with any of it, but I think there are certain things maybe against the top teams that you might come unstuck. There were chances for Palace today, and they've got a decent front line, but you play against Real Madrid, for instance. Arsenal, they'll probably punish you. So I still think Liverpool they had another gear today. I think they were not going through the motions, but I think they had more in them. Of course they played it Wednesday night. They had to manage things, but they've got through another tough test, and you have to say it's gone really, really well for the new manager.
Joe?
Yeah, no, but they're excellent. Their squad, when you look at it, is it's not as good as Arsenal's and Manchester City's, but it's not a million miles off. So if Arne Slot's come in, and I think they just crept up on everyone. Nobody's expected the level of quality that they have produced from the start of the season. And like I said, Linz, I don't think you can worry too much about who they've played against. Every game's tough. Palace will ask you questions, and they did today. Mateta come on and he changed the game. He gave them that little bit of physicality through the middle. Eze wasn't quite at his best, but there was moments in the game where he shifted through the gears, went through the line. So questions will be asked. What I think for the next stage of Liverpool is if they can really nail that playing at the back, which I think does take time, through the passing lines and the passing move. Once they nail that, on top of all the other things that they've got, they're going to be a force and really difficult to beat.
I think what's changed Arsenal was having Gabriel Saliba, having that partnership solid for the whole season, and together for the whole season. I think if they keep Konate and Van Dijk fit for the whole season, they've got every chance, because honestly, they're the 2 of the best defenders in the league by a mile. They're fantastic, and they've scored goals this season. They look so calm on the ball and very rarely beaten. So fantastic pairing, I thought.
And Konate still with his best years ahead of him, really. Do you think we'll see him get to Van Dijk levels?
I think he's got that in him, yeah. I think Van Dijk has been an amazing servant to this club. I mean, what a player he's been, and possibly one of the best we've seen, if not the best. We were saying before, he's one of those players that never gets his shorts dirty. You never find him out of position. He's like always calm, assured. He never looks like he's in trouble, and he feels like he's gone up another level again this season. I think there were slight issues maybe last season, but yeah, he's come back and he's playing fantastic.
He reminds me. He's how I would imagine Bobby Moore was played the game. For all the things you hear about Bobby Moore, he never had to make a slide tackle and was furious with himself if he had to. Van Dijk seems that way. I think he's one of them. He doesn't sweat, does he? I looked at him. I bet he smells lovely when he plays. I bet he's like, he just. I remember Ray Wilkins saying to me once, he played with Baresi at AC Milan, and he said he should smell gorgeous after the game. 90 minutes, marking like one of the best strikers in the world, but he just puts himself in the right position all the time. You know, that is we talk about defensive instincts. Van Dijk's got high-level elite defensive instincts, plus he's in an athletic body. Whether Konate can marry the both, and he's also unbelievable on the ball. I don't know whether Konate can get to the level, but he's got the perfect man next to him to learn and from and develop.
Exactly right.
I might regret asking this, but the best smelling player you've played against?
God, let me think.
Who's defended against you?
Who's defended against me? Rio always smells good, to be fair. You know that, Liz. We know that here at TNT.
Yeah, we know, yeah.
He smells well.
I tell you what, he won't be happy you saying that Van Dijk might be the best Premier League defender of all time.
You got Rio or Van Dijk? Who are you going?
I've got to go with Rio, haven't you? But we work with him.
And also, he's not finished yet.
Where's Van Dijk? No, he's not there.
He's not here. But if he was stood here, would you still say Rio?
Yes, I think.
I'd like to see them both together. That would be
no. I think you've got to throw John Terry into that as well. John Terry, Rio. Sol Campbell never gets into the picture.
Tony Adams has obviously played a little bit before.
Don't offend Vidic.
Premier League.
Vidic, yeah.
Listen,
Vidic.
Van Dijk's well in that conversation, without doubt.
What about Big Dan Burn? Come on, guys.
Yeah, love
Big
Dan
Bernie. Yeah, he's up there.
But yeah, I've lost.
You have to throw a Newcastle player in at some point.
I do it every time. I can't have it all
Philip
right.
Albert.
Barry Venison. There you go.
Best hair out of a lot of them by a country mile.
Definitely the best hair. Right, let's get back on track, shall we, to this game, other than how
Gone
players
off piece there a little
smell.
bit, haven't we?
It's you two, honestly. Jota with the goal today, back in the starting lineup with a goal today, and an interesting celebration.
Yeah, he's gone for the lion, I thought, or the tiger.
We reckon.
We don't really know what he's gone for there, but he scored so many goals. He's going to go through the jungle if he carries on like that. But what do you think, big man? You're the man to go to for celebrations.
Yeah. Listen, it's no robot, but it's he's had a go. But as movement-wise, he's a goal scorer. I think he'll get 20 goals easy this season. He's a finisher. He's almost like a fox in the box. I think he arrived at times maybe at Wolves. People thought he was a winger. Yeah. I see him as a central striker every day of the week. I think he sniff out goals. He can score all types of goals. He can go past people. He's turned into a fantastic number 9, really good player.
Do you remember when they brought him, people scoffed it a little bit, like, why are they going for Jota? Why don't they get a bigger name? Because at the time he was coming from Wolves. But his numbers are tremendous, and I talk to people at the club there, and they say he's the best finisher at the club.
We've seen this tweet, by the way, from Men in Blazers. Was it a mime whose heart is just not in it? A reluctant uncle on a wedding dance floor, or a ladder technician who just loves his job?
A reluctant uncle's probably the best one I'd go to. Yeah, that's the on the way to the dance floor dance he's going through there.
Absolutely. We reckon we're going to stick with a tiger, that's what it is. But we also think that if you're going to do a tiger, guys, you've got to commit, haven't you? Like Bafferton Gomez from Swansea. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, that was the one. That was a proper celebration, this one. He's 1 second away from arching the back leg there.
Method acting, that is, isn't it? That is top draw.
I think he scared the ball boys with this one.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable cello.
You know what, we want to see him through celebration. So, he's had a go, he's getting a bit of stick, but...
Yeah, he's going to work his way through the animals.
He's going to get a lot of goals this season, without doubt.
We're all for it.
But as you guys said at half-time, nothing on the robot.
It's not a robot.
Nothing on it. Nothing on it.
No, not at all, no. Oh, you got it, have we?
Oh, wow.
Of course we have.
Do you know, I only did this once in a Premier League match. That was my 100th game. I always remember the England one, Joe. I left you hanging for so long, didn't I? It was bad. I just apologise live on TNT for leaving you hanging for while I performed one of the most ridiculous dances anyone's ever seen.
Palace. Let's talk Palace then. In trouble. No wins still in 7 games, Peter. Do you think, looking at them today, they've got too much to be in a relegation battle?
I said that before the game, and then, once I watched the first half, I was concerned, really concerned. I didn't think they showed anything in the first half. I thought they really struggled. They gave Gakpo, we were right in line with the left-hand side. He had acres of space. It was sloppy, and I couldn't see how they were going to get out of it really, but they somehow managed it. I think they were slightly better in the second half. They started creating chances. Kind of the last 20 minutes was okay for them. So there are signs, but it is worrying, I have to say, with the amount of talent they've got on the field. I don't think they were anywhere near it today, really.
But Joel, pressure is going to mount, isn't it? Because 7 games in without a win, you'd like to think Oliver Glasner has plenty of credit in the bank from what happened last season.
Yeah,
but that's what happens in the Premier League, inevitably. That's
the nature of the beast. You're a Premier League manager. You're 6 games away from the bullet. So what's probably helping Crystal Palace out is there's other clubs that haven't picked up a win yet. Your Southamptons, your Ipswich, your Wolves. So there's a lot of teams that are not hit the ground running. I would be worried watching the first half, but there was glimpses in the second half. I just think they looked like a team that looked a bit jaded, to be honest. I don't know, like, a lot of what Liverpool were doing was great in the first half, but, you know, we talked about what's happening. They've gone to a back 4, they're running, but a lot of it was just players were just getting there a yard late, 2 yard, you know, 2 yards off. They was getting waltzed by. You know, Van Dijk was dropping his shoulder coming into midfield. So I think they need to figure out. They need to freshen them up a little bit. You know, they need the crowd as well.
Well, the 3 o'clock games are underway as well. Bad news for Brentford because they haven't scored in the first minute. They've scored in the second minute. It's unbelievable. Nathan Collins has put them in front and 1-0 up against Wolves.
It's unbelievable, really. It's ever since me and Joe went down there to training, you know.
Yeah, I'll tell you who needs a bonus, the warm-up man. Yeah. Whoever's doing the warm-up, he's getting them right at it.
It's amazing, it really is. I mean, listen, it's a tactic. It's not an accident, isn't it? You know, they're playing off the front foot straight away.
Absolutely flying out the blocks. Joe, West Ham 1-0 up as well against Ipswich. Finally. Yeah, Antonio. Yeah. It's needed so much for the Hammers, isn't it?
It's so I thought it might be a bit rocky. I didn't think it would be as rocky as it is because I think West Ham fans in particular were very happy with the transfer window. Players coming in. But West Ham's a club with big on momentum because it's demands from the fans. Sometimes it's not warranted. Like the club, you know, I remember playing there the first time round, and we'd be drawing with an Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, and the fans would be on you. Be like, well, you're hanging in there. You're not as good as the opposition, you know. So West Ham, you know, so he needs to get a result. They need to get a result just to get some belief back into the place, and a great start.
Because you're going into that game thinking, what would a 4th game at home mean without a win for Lopetegui at the London Stadium?
Yeah, I think it's sometimes when you're in that position, it's more difficult playing at home. You know, you're expected to get results at home. It's difficult, especially Ipswich as well. You know, it's a game that they really need to win. It's a big fixture that to get them there.
Yeah, Wolves have got the equaliser against Brentford. I'm just a scoring service now. That's all I am here. But there you go, This is the thing with Brentford, though, going in front that quickly, but poked the bear clearly.
Yeah, yes, again, and that's a crucial game for Wolves as well. They you know, they're in the mire as well. They need to find something from somewhere. There's so many clubs around there. You know, like you got Ipswich, Wolves, Southampton, Palace. You look at them, they've got quality on the pitch, but they can't get results. It shows you the strength of the Premier League.
For Ipswich, of all the teams that haven't won yet this season, do you think theirs is the best winless run? I know that's a weird way of saying it, but in terms of the games they've had, who they've faced, and the performances they've put in. Yeah,
I think so. I think coming into a new league, you know, the highest league in such a long time, I think they're playing football the right way. They've got some good players, some talented players. Obviously, Delap's done really well the last game. I'm pleased for him, obviously, having played with his dad, Rory. You know, it's really pleasing situation there, and he looks like a good player. And they've got talent, you know, Hutchinson. They've got ability to get out of it. I think they play football the right way, and they've got decent defenders as well. So yeah, I do like the look of Ipswich, but it's going to be a long season for them as well. It will be tough.
Yeah, without a win. Palace still without a win as well after losing to Liverpool here today at Selhurst Park 1-0. We can hear from Oliver Glasner now with Jules.
Oliver, the wait for a first Premier League win this season keeps carrying on. What didn't quite work out there for you today?
I think second half, so really great. So first half, Liverpool showed why they just lost one game and won all the other games, and played really well, and so we had a great start with an offside goal, and then we struggled a little bit, but second half we did really well. We created chances. I think we don't get more chances like this, and also I saw now on TV for me a clear penalty, the foul on Marc Guéhi. He holds him with two hands, and yes, and so at the end it's a loss, but the second half especially gives me a lot of confidence for our upcoming games, and this is what I also told the group. Yes, we are very disappointed because the players invest a lot, and we could see we were, especially second half, we were competitive at maybe the best team at the moment, and so this is what we have to build up on, and this is what we will do.
On the penalty call, the match centre say that there wasn't sustained holding. Do you think there needs to be clearer guidelines on what that exactly means?
I don't know what this, especially this is a term, but it's not about which term is written. It's when I see the picture, I have to decide, and then I don't have to look what is the term, but this is clear. And when you see it, Marc makes the movement to the ball, and I don't know. I think it's Cody Gakpo holds him with two hands, and he can't go to the ball, and this is in the box, then it's a penalty. And so if the same foul is somewhere on the halfway line, it's a foul, and so there is no. If it's a foul, it's a foul.
An international break for you now. How do you hope to use that time before travelling to Forest away next?
Yeah, many players are leaving, so with all the other clubs, and then also we could see today, and our Daniel Munoz injured in the first half, Alisson injured in the second half. It looked like many Chris Richards injured during the week or last week. So it's all the international players. They didn't have a very short. They did have just had a very short break in summer, and now it's going. So and then all the injuries are coming. So I hope that everyone comes back fit, and with all the others who are here, yes, we will prepare for the Tottenham game, yeah, to build up on the second half. This is the only thing we can do, because there we showed that we can play aggressive, we can cause them problems. This is what we did. We created chances, and yeah, at the end we didn't take them, so that's why we lost.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.